So Brian, all eyes on Coventry. Is that a game you're looking forward to?
It is now. I watched the game back from Sheffield United last night from the Saturday game. So off the back of that, I can't wait to get out there again on Saturday and put that one right.
Has the team's demeanour or your demeanour changed at all since, or as a result of what happened on Monday?
My demeanour hasn't changed. I'm sure the team's hasn't changed. I just talked about that. I think you probably get 3 of those performances a year if you're going to be successful. And we had one at Middlesbrough, we had one at QPR, and we had one on Monday against Sheffield United. So let's hope we've put that to bed.
I'm very interested in the raging manager, the hairdryer treatment. Whether you ever use that device as a shock tactic during a season, and whether this was the moment you chose.
No, is the answer to that. Have I used that? I don't even know what the hairdryer treatment is really. No, but I can raise my voice. I can do what I have to do in the dressing room, obviously. But I didn't think that was the time. If you consider what these players have achieved for us 10, 12 games ago, and where we are now, it's just an incredible achievement. And I'm absolutely proud of every single one of them. We've had a bad day on Monday. You can absolutely accept that. The fans would have been really disappointed, and there was fans that were booing after the game. What can I say about that? This is the age that we live in. Players have done well, we get cheered off, and if you don't do so well and you don't put in a performance, you get booed. That's how life is, and I'm absolutely accept that, no problem.
But put that behind you as a blip, hopefully, and move on to Saturday. And as you say again, you're looking forward to it.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. We want to win the game. Nothing's changed as far as I'm concerned now. We want to finish as high as we possibly can and cement our place in the playoffs, and then move on again to Derby.
You say cement your place in the playoffs. In your head, are you in the playoffs already?
No. We need to get we have to win this game, in my opinion. We have to get at least a point, but I can't think like that. I can't think about going anywhere and getting a point. I just want to put that to bed in my own mind, the Sheffield United game, and make sure that we do what we have to do, especially for our travelling fans.
But is there any part of you that's thinking ahead that you've probably got 5 games this season left, or 4 or 2? How do you deal with what's left with the rest of the season planning-wise?
Strange question for you to ask, knowing the way that I think. I don't think of anything else but now. I just constantly think of today's training, tomorrow's training, and then we've got the game against Coventry, because that's the only way, in my opinion, that you can live your life in football. Once you start trying to second guess things and what ifs and buts, that's when you can have a problem with yourself, and that's not. I won't do that.
So you haven't booked your camping spot in Cornwall for May the 10th?
No, I've booked it for June the 3rd. So whatever happens, I will be in Cornwall on June the 3rd. So there won't be any problems with that.
Team news wise, how's the fitness of Jimmy Kebe first of all?
We're training today, so we'll have a look today. We'll see how he goes today, and then we'll go from there. Andy Griffin, I don't think is training today, but we think he should be okay. Apart from that, we seem to have a good bill of health.
Between now and then, I suppose all the usual thinking of team selection and options, like Federici or McCarthy in goal, and all the way through you've got various options that you can use.
Yeah, we had that all year really, and I've said before we could put 2 teams out. One game like Monday doesn't really alter to my thinking particularly, but it's great to have the options that we've got.
Are you excited? Are you enjoying life at the moment?
Yeah, am I? It's a very, very funny. Is it enjoyment? Yeah, to a point. But you kind of look at this job. It's a very strange job. You're constantly looking for the next performance, the next thing that you've got to do. So to actually sort of turn around and say, yeah, I'm really enjoying it, I wouldn't say that with the words that I'd use, but we're just constantly looking for the next thing. And that's a shame, really. I suppose you can look back in the summer, and if you've achieved something, then you can look back and sit in your garden and think, yeah, we've done well. And I would say we are doing well at this moment in time. We got to the quarter-final of the Cup this season. The fans are excited. We're having a season where we're being talked about. So in football, that's not such a bad place to be.
Do you think this could be the definitive week if you are successful, if you do achieve something, and when you're sitting just outside your tent in Cornwall on June the 3rd, do you think you might look back on this as the definitive moment in the season, how you reacted to what happened on Monday?
Well, I hope so. I look back on Monday evening, and I was sat at home, and I did think that the result that we got, in a funny kind of way, could be very, very important. if you've won so many games you're just constantly winning games, and you feel that you're indestructible, well, it just proves that you're not. And if you don't do things the right way and you're not right on any given game of football in the Championship, then what happened to us happened, and I don't care which team you are. So it's a massive learning experience for us.
Finally, it's a huge weekend for the Royals, of course. Do you think you'll be distracted on Friday with all the buzz about the royal wedding? Possibly,
but I would imagine not.
Are you a royalist?
My wife is, and family, they're having a do at a friend's house, so I'm sure that'll be nice.
Are you going to be sorry to miss that party?
No,
okay.
In a word.
You'd rather be concentrating on football?
No, I'm going to be on the coach going up to Coventry, so we'll look forward to that.
Okay, I hope you enjoy Friday. Thanks, Brian.
Thank you.
A couple of weeks ago, Nigel Gibbs told us that when it was Charles and Diana, he went to London and camped out the night or something.
Well, now you are now talking of a royalist.
Is he the man? Is he kind of cheating? Has he got the bunting up in the canteen?
Nigel is a royalist of the high. Nigel Gibbs is probably the most patriotic Englishman I have ever met in my whole life, bar none.
Is that fun to have him around then? Is he in these kind of periods?
Is it fun to have Nigel around?
Yeah. Or does he take it a bit too far?
No, it's just, Nigel. Nigel's just a top man. He's a constant guy. He's good fun around the place. Every morning that Nigel comes in, you know what you're going to get. He hasn't got any moods. He's very, very. He's excellent around the players, and as all the staff, we get on really, really well.
What's the atmosphere been like around the squad this week after the Sheffield United game? Has it been positive? Or
the atmosphere's been great. I went to Burnham Beaches on Tuesday and played golf, and we beat Sal Bibbo and Nigel Gibbs, Luke Anthony and I.
So what's the standing score on that one at the moment? Who's on top?
They're on top by 1, but they beat us yesterday. They didn't beat us, they murdered us yesterday at Stoke Poges. But we had a really good 2 days actually. It was a present for my 50th birthday, so we went to stay the night at Stoke Poges, but it was a brilliant course.
I guess with Sheffield United, was it frustrating the fact that the players knew what they were kind of doing wrong, but they still couldn't change the course of the game? Was that frustrating for you to watch?
It's hard to say that the players knew what they were doing wrong. In any given game of football or any sport, sometimes things go wrong and go against you. And I think when it's going against you, what you need to do is to just take a step back and change things. Yeah. And we didn't do that. We looked more individuals than a team. And one thing that we've been over the last 16 months is a team, a really good team. And you can't go to places like Everton, Nottingham Forest, Liverpool, wherever you like, Barnsley, and not be a team and win. And we've proved that we've done that. And as a team, we've done that over 16 months, really.
Will you make any changes for the Coventry game as a result of the Sheffield United one?
I won't make them as a result, but I might make changes.
Do you care to say where? I mean,
no.
Defence, goalkeeper?
No, there's a possibility, but no, I'll pick a team that I think's right to win the game against Coventry.
Yeah. Do you think it's kind of a bit of an awkward game, seeing as for them they've got nothing to play for in a way?
It's not awkward as far as I'm concerned. We're going to Coventry, our 45th game, trying to get 3 points. So, as far as they're concerned, Andy Thorne. It seems to be the way things are going now. Chief Scout seems to be getting jobs, so I'm all in favour of that. Good luck to him. He's a really good guy.
Is he someone you know from doing your job before?
Yeah, I know him. I've met him. I've travelled around with him. He's a really good guy. The players will like him. He knows his football. I think they've been beaten once in 6 games. So the proof of the pudding is in his results.
And the Reading away fans last season, they did the inflatables. They've done it for a couple of seasons down at Watford. Bit of a blowout, that one. I guess you're kind of hoping for a better result.
Well, I remember the Watford game was really disappointing last year. We got beat 3-0 and we had a lot of fans there.
It's kind of like a carnival atmosphere, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was, and it was a really good atmosphere. We're in a better place than we were this time last year, which is great. So that's an improvement. We just want a good performance. We want to go there and put on a real good performance for the fans, and then we can put this Sheffield United game to bed.
Yeah. Have you looked at the playoffs? Kind of said, rather fancy this team against another team?
No, I don't mind playing at home or away. In the second leg, I'm not bothered one way or the other, and I don't mind which team we play against.